Hello and welcome to another video where we're doing a look at the new patch on F1 Motorsport Manager 22. Now they've changed a load of things. If I just get the patch notes up, they've fixed, hopefully, the tyre wear issues and the fuel and the AI in their behaviour when it comes to getting out of the way of traffic, and car balance developments as well. So I'm reading the patch notes now. Tyre performances are now improved. Behaviour of back markers and slower cars, so they move aside. Car part adjustments or car part development is now more balanced. So we'll have a look at that now in the Mercedes. Fuel delta display has changed from to kilograms. Bit of car behaviour improvements as well. The AI in the wet weather should be a lot better. So instead of doing two pitting before the rain, if the rain is coming just after the scheduled first stop, they should stay out, which is good. Safety car issues fixed. Issue with specific screen would cause all 20 cars to appear during Q2. I've never seen that, but obviously some people have. And just some general standard bug fixes now. So is this more overpowered or less overpowered? We'll try and develop a normal under for Mercedes. If I do that, and if I drag everything to the right like it used to be able to, still, see that's still a little bit overpowered. It does take longer, I notice. Is that new? That does take a lot longer. So if we go to there, if I 50 days, okay, that's still normal. I think to balance, I don't know if that's how they intended, but it does cost a little bit more. I think that's a bit more there. Let's do it. Let's simple. Do it all front wing. We use the presets. This is what I'll be doing with the Aston Martin save. So we'll have a little look at this. Do these really change anything? Too low speed. We'll just put that back in the middle. Yeah, we'll do that. Do normal. Rushed. It's not going to go on for Bahrain, and we'll only see this save in the future anyway. If any more patches come out, this would be the patch save. We'll jump to Bahrain, and we'll see how the AI get on in qualifying.
Hello, and thank you for joining us as our race weekend unfolds. Free practice has concluded, and qualifying awaits. There are no more chances to practice.
Thank you, David Croft. So here we are then. Qualifying. The FP3 results. Mercedes, the order seems relatively similar to what it was at the start of the year. Williams at the back. Aston Martin, then Haas. Body should be a little bit higher. I think McLaren could drop down a little bit. Joe, Alpine, and the Mercedes. And they've got Bottas in that light Alfa Romeo there as well. We head into qualifying and we'll see if they've changed anything. We'll manage qualifying in Q1 with Mercedes. We should get out of this session. So we'll have a look. We'll wait a second. We'll fast forward a little bit into the sessions. We can send the cars out deliberately in traffic to see if they actually get out of the way. We'll send George out. No, is that George? I don't know. I think it is. No, it's Hamilton, I think. I think it was Hamilton's car. No, it was George. So then we'll send Hamilton out. And then we'll go on board with George just to see how he gets out of the way of the upcoming cars behind him. We'll then obviously re-overtake him for his being the way on his flying lap. So Perez is coming on a lap. Not getting out of the way that well. He hasn't got out of the way massively there. So, but then again, is this Joe on a hot lap, parks it on the apex? I'm not sure this has worked correctly. I don't know whether it's just a race in the race they fixed it, but at the moment it doesn't seem to have worked in qualifying. Updated behaviour of back markers and slow moving cars so they move aside more effectively when required. Okay, so this will be interesting now. We'll go on board with George, who is qualifying lap. Let's see how he gets on around the stunning Bahrain. Now, we should have Zhou up ahead. That's annoying. I hate that as well. It takes too long to go. So there's Zhou. Will Zhou get out of the way? He does. We've caught him in a nice spot there, though. No, it was Zhou, yeah. Go back on George with George. So he's gone green in the first sector, which is obviously expected. I'm not sure what Hamilton's doing. Hamilton's behind, I think, an Alpine, I think that is. I'm not quite sure. Is it Alonso? Or is it Ocon? It might be Alonso, or it's a Williams. The Russell's just gone past Perez, which looked a little bit easier compared to what Perez got past us. Hamilton is now caught in traffic. They're fighting, they're squabbling. I don't think this has worked correctly. Hamilton's got blocked by Zhou, and now he's getting blocked by Latifi, who's on a lap, so that's fine. Who's this? And Alpha Tauri's just decided to park it on the apex. Was Perez blocked, by the way? No, didn't lose as much time unless Verstappen got blocked as well. It's interesting because they appeared blocked, in particular Perez behind George, but then he hasn't lost massive amount of time compared to us. So I'm not sure. We'll find out Hamilton now. Was Hamilton blocked? Hamilton was blocked when I didn't really see all of his lap. Right, we'll capture the start of the second runs. Here we are then, we're approaching the final 2.5 minutes of Q1. Everyone's going on again. I do not like this. This should be changed. I wish the AI had a bit of brains, particularly the front running cars. Like, why are the Ferraris sending them their cars out when they waste on a new set of softs as well? We're going to use old softs just to see if old softs still have that same performance as they did compared to the new softs like they did before the patch. This is just a test. This isn't about doing well or anything. We'll fast forward to the start of the laps. Will they actually get round? That's the question. Someone's gone wide. George has crossed the line, as has Hamilton. We shouldn't have any issues with traffic. Hamilton hasn't improved in the first sector. He has gone green in the second. Tyres do seem to be going off a lot more. Is Hamilton going to get out? He does. So used softs are better still on Hamilton's car than new soft. He was able to match George Russell on his second flying lap. I don't think George didn't go quicker. No, George did a 31.9 on his second lap. Hamilton did a 31.9 as well. And George did a 31.8 on his first lap. And the Ferrari didn't go that much quicker on their new softs. So that's interesting. So we'll skip through to Q2. We'll simulate to the race because it's quite clear. We've seen that. Quite interesting to see how the AI respond to lapping cars now, because that's something we haven't seen yet in this from this yet. We've seen them struggle with qualifying. I don't think qualifying is quite fixed. We've 5th and 8th. Well done, Mercedes. They would have loved that in real life. Very similar to real life, isn't it?
Welcome to race day. Before we get down to it,
so also this is now a test of tyre wear. We saw the tyre wear was quite bad there. Then what's the tyre we're suggesting? Look at the drop off there on that first set of softs. I think it might be medium, medium, hard. Medium, hard. I think might be the best play here because of that drop off. I don't think one stops might not be as possible as they used to be. We could try a one. No. Bahrain isn't actually a one-stop track anyway, so we'll try that one. We'll go try and extend them as well. We set that to light pushing. We'll do strategy D, plan D for Ferrari, for Mercedes. Fuel, it's in kg, we'll leave that 57 laps. We'll set them to push to begin with, which people always forget to do. It needs to be prompted at the start of the game. Let's have a go. So here we are then, starting the race.
It's a cloudy night tonight.
Cloudy night here in Bahrain.
Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Verstappen on, looks like, is it Sainz? Or is it Leclerc?
And it's
Can't
lights
tell.
out, and
It's
away
Leclerc,
we
of course
go.
it's Leclerc. And we're away. Hamilton starting 5th. Fuel purely in kg. It's no longer in laps, so that's a good change as well. But the only team Hamilton's the only guy starting on softs, mediums, which is quite interesting. A little cautious start. Hamilton. George is on softs. Not making too much progress is George. Be interesting to see what he does. Obviously the AI simulated the final part of qualifying. I did not, so I probably would have saved a set of softs for this. So we'll fast forward a bit as we go. Let's try and go forward. So we can push George a little bit more. Fuel's not going down that bad. Fuel's definitely a lot better. What's the gaps like?
Someone's run wide.
Pace is still there. Hamilton and Bottas are squabbling. Hamilton's going long, so that's okay. George will have to conserve as Bottas and Russell and squabbling. I'll set Hamilton to deploy, just to get him to pull away a little bit from this group. There's definitely the field spread seems
Mercedes moved up a
similar in terms of Latifi and Stroll and Albon and Mick and Seb are slow. But other than that, everything seems quite normal at the moment. Tyre wear for us is pretty extreme because we did push. The AI don't seem to be pushing, which is quite interesting. Hamilton's mediums are lasting a little bit, so we'll fast forward a little bit more. Fuel use was also quite nice. It's not going down as dramatically. It actually makes a little bit of sense. But we do seem to be going a little bit too quick. So the tyre wear is definitely new and better. Well, Hamilton's escaped the DRS of Russell and co. Well, usually Russell and trying to escape
for Mercedes.
him as well. If you look at the gap.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
So George has made it to his optimal pace thing, so that's okay. Guys are still relatively good.
Yep.
We'll see the drop. See how much the drop off is though.
So
How
push
quickly
hard,
if we go max push for 2 laps, we box next lap. We'll box. Tend to pit, but we'll delay it an extra lap. So Bottas, George has escaped DRS on Bottas. set that back to neutral. Hamilton's also now on neutral for fuel, so hopefully he'll start saving it. 0.8 kg, just chilling. So second and a half ahead of George, 8 seconds behind. Sainz, Perez, Leclerc, they're all squabbling up the road. So we'll see. At 10. And George's tyre wear is going down quickly, as it should on push on softs. No one's come in yet. It's a yellow flag there. George just 2 seconds behind now. So George is pitting now. He's timed this to perfection. He's about to pit now at the end of this lap. And he's in. We'll set Lewis to conserve his tyres as well. We'll do a pit stop now to see if the little animation of the tyres is fixed.
And think about
It
increasing
is.
this coast
It is. So
stability.
George is in on a 2-stop, an early 2-stop here. And the AI are on 46%, so they must be going medium, soft, medium then. We come out in last place. We can be a little bit aggressive there at the start. And let's go. So see, we're going to try and save some fuel with Lewis, see how long that takes. Struggling, we'll put George back down to standard, and not the standard pushing as well, because he's still got to get to the end of these things. Bear in mind these, for the tyres, they're set for if he was to be light on his tyres, which he's currently not, he's currently just one above that. This is saving fuel, which is good. He's up to third now as well. Up to second now as well, going along. A little bit more aggressive on his tyres, because we've got some good, decent pace and a decent wear as well as the track slowly rubbers in. George is back up to 6th place. Optimal pit, but we can go a little bit longer because of the tyre life we've got. We might be able to one-stop this potentially. No chance. Will be 30 seconds if Lewis does come in, so he will be coming. We have the undercut is massive, it does appear now, thanks to this tyre wear thing. Lewis, you're going to have to push a little bit
Just keep pressure,
because
you can
of
do this.
the undercut. Took George 30 seconds. Now Lewis could now be coming out alongside Ricciardo and Tsunoda, and they've all pitted. Now, Lewis is doing 141s. So we can move forward. Saving fuel seems a lot easier now.
Red Bull moved up.
You've still got to be alert to the fuel saving as George is. Yeah, so you should stay on top of the fuel. We'll pit Lewis now for... I think we'll go against the giant and we'll go hard.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained the
As Leclerc has caught up to us.
Watch this. There's Leclerc.
Bit of nice overtaking there. Not so janky. Quite nice, quite nice. The AI being quite nice there. Are we close to lapping anyone yet? Is the Verstappen? Miles, he's got Sainz all over him. Leclerc and Hamilton there. So he's here. So Hamilton's coming in at the end of this lap. George is currently half a second ahead of Bottas. Let's skip through. Hamilton's going to come in. And he comes out ahead of them. Not by much. We can push a little bit. Just... I think we need to adjust. I hate this as well. Whenever you go slightly over your... If we conserve to the end, we can do it, but... I'm not going to do that. If we're doing a really aggressive push on these mediums. Let's keep an eye on the tyre wear then. 72% for Russell, 98% for Hamilton. The guys at the front have gone mediums, so I've been doing a 2-stop. Tyre wear definitely seems to have make an impact now. It makes questionable one stops a little bit more difficult. As has the fuel change. I think that's quite nice. Easier to save fuel.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
And it's a lot easier to just sit and manage tyres. Managing tyres actually are a problem now. It didn't select Hamilton's strategy. I created it, but it didn't select it. So there we are. You'll actually have to manage tyre wears, and you can't just have them on push.
Alfa Romeo
They do actually drop off in terms of tyres, in terms of time. Look at this, look at the tyre wear drop off. 40.7, 40.3.
looks like that was a position gained for Alfa
I think that's quite nice. That's quite a good drop off there. He'll get a little bit quicker, but he was pushing on maximum attack. So that's understandable. But there is a natural slow drop off
Was that a crash? Multiple cars,
in the
I think.
in the
Let's take a closer look.
in the tyre wear. There's also been a crash. What has Leclerc done to Perez? Ooh.
You can clearly see the contact.
It's going to be like real life. We're going to get a double podium here.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Hamilton's up to 4th. What's the interval looking like? How far ahead of? 1.5 seconds. We'll go back to neutral. We'll go back to standard. I'm just trying to get to the end now.
Gained for Mercedes.
Assume Perez has damage as well. Now there's an interesting thing going on. Verstappen is catching one of the Williams cars up ahead.
Overtake from Alpine.
I'm intrigued to see how well they'll get out of the way. That George the Harvest and ERS. Meanwhile, Sainz is also attacking.
Charge and pack.
Wow.
Copy.
Yeah, not great there from the Williams. I think it still could do with a little bit more improving. Just based on that one example, but here comes George Russell overtaking Fernando Alonso in Harvest. Realistic. Let's get forward a little bit. George, I've got a bit more ERS. We can go a bit more attacking. Hamilton needs to save a bit of fuel.
I think we've had a car run wide.
So, all in all, some good changes. Hamilton has fallen behind Bottas and Perez. Bottas's tyres are 51%, Hamilton's on 63%. George is on 47% compared to everyone else. He's 6-7% worse tyre wear, but I don't know whether that's because the Mercedes car is naturally bad on tyres, or because I've been pushing his tyres a little bit more than I should have been. I honestly can't remember. So that's an interesting one to note. Are the players' tyres worse than the AI's tyres? Well, that doesn't really matter here. We'll test to see if how the patch works. We'll go back to balanced fuel for Lewis.
Position gained for Mercedes.
So I think we're going to go attack mode. We've saved fuel and also we've slowed our pace down, but we've also managed to save the tyres. So pace and fuel management is linked to tyre wear, obviously. If you're not using fuel, you're not pushing, therefore you're not going as quick. So we might go for the mega undercut on Alonso here. Oh no, Alonso has pit, so maybe we should respond with George as we're on lap 39. He should go to the end. Hang on, did I put the right? Yeah, that's fine. We're going for those. We're going for the mediums. Box George.
Box.
But Ocon, is he right behind? He is going past us.
Really well executed.
So Verstappen's in.
The pit lane now.
Still ahead of Leclerc. Bottas is all over us still. We can't seem to escape him. We might harvest a little bit.
And just charge the pack.
We can go for a bit of a push later on. Bottas is pit for softs. His tyres are going to be dead at the end. I wonder if tyre temps will have an effect now on cars. There we go, select that. There we go. Wonder if tyre temps will affect pace now. What if we... Can we go to softs on Lewis? Is it worth that? You pit that voice. We'll try it. We'll try ChatGPT, but tyre wear is definitely a thing, and it's quite good to know that you actually have to manage. And same with fuel. Fuel is now an issue as well. Ricciardo is holding us up quite nicely. He skipped forward a little bit. Where's Bottas? He's there on 80%. His tyres are going down quickly. Verstappen and Sainz have also pit for newish softs. So going longer and keeping fresher tyres. Alright, you might have to make up some places towards the end of the race. But not having the tyre wear problems at the end could be quite nice. Which of these tyres is the best? Go for confirm. We'll try it. We'll see. Should be quite interesting. If we get a late safety car, should be quite good. We should benefit us. Bottas is catching us quite quickly. What Bottas' lap times? Bottas was doing 37.3s compared to our 39.9s. So we'll come out a fair way behind Bottas, but we should have better tyre wear towards the end of the race. So therefore should be able to go quicker for longer. Is Russell going to come out ahead of Hamilton? He is. We should be able to push with Hamilton now to the end of the race. Let's see. Let's check his lap times. 55, he's just come out. 36.3, so 1.4 seconds quicker than Bottas, who is struggling with laps. Traffic does Stroll. He's going on average about 1.4 seconds a lap quicker, currently on his fresher tyres. Something they haven't changed, I've noticed here, is that the AI won't unlap themselves. As Hamilton is closing in on Bottas. The AI in particular won't unlap themselves. The Stroll here is it Stroll? It is. He's
afraid to use the tires.
Chilling behind Bottas. He's quicker, but won't unlap, which I think needs to be the next part of the patch. In my opinion, should come next because he could overtake. He's quicker than him, but he won't go past. He'll pull alongside and he'll just sit there, slow each other down as Hamilton lurks in the background. But that's a negative so far for them. They haven't fixed. No, it does not.
Overtake is available.
Hamilton's now going to overtake Bottas, like old times. Here he comes. Bottas also from DRS off the Williams. Quite interesting. What's Bottas' tyres then? 41%. 49% for us. We did push 5 laps to go. George Russell coming low on his fuel, so we'll go back to that. 10.6 kgs left for George.
Yeah, copy.
What's the gap to Bottas? 1.7 seconds. Close the gap. Here we are then. Lewis is all over the back of Bottas. Russell is in 7th, fending off Ocon. 3 laps to go, 42% tyres left. Leclerc is in the pits for a 3rd time. Bottas is on 35%. Verstappen and Sainz are, or Verstappen in particular, his tyres are dead. 28%. Sainz is all over the back of him. Here comes Hamilton. He's going to go Bottas. Oh, he feints through the right-hand side. Goes up there, around the outside, slash inside. We're going to come ahead of Leclerc, who's in the pits as well. So we're into 4th place. I don't know what Leclerc's doing. They put on another set of softs. Now Hamilton needs to just break away from Bottas. Can he manage it? Well, speeds it up. Can he escape the clutches of Bottas? We'll push a little bit just to... He's broken DRS on Bottas. And there we go. We'll let Leclerc pass. I'll happily let Leclerc pass. We're still ahead of Bottas. Just about.
Ferrari advance the race position. Mercedes moved up a place.
Approaching the final laps here. Bottas is all over us. Leclerc's got fastest lap, so he pitted again. Lewis needs to harvest.
So just charge that pack.
Skip forward to the end of the lap. Back to neutral.
Just do what you can.
Hamilton's tyres are dead, 29%. So is Bottas's tyres, I assume. 24%. So are 29. Leclerc's the freshest tyres because he's pitted. Verstappen has lost the lead of the race because his tyres are dead. There we go, the final lap.
You can do this.
Will Lewis Hamilton overtake Bottas? You see, went around the outside last time, he's going up the inside this time. Lewis Hamilton has overtaken Bottas for 5th. There we go.
Come on.
Beautiful work. I've ignored George Russell. What's he up to? I'll put George on deploy. See if he can break. Ocon. Limit heck. George has been having a right ding dong and I've just totally ignored him. George, push, run away.
Everything you got. Yeah, Roger.
We'll skip to the end of the race because I don't think Bottas is going to get him.
And Sainz crosses the line first.
Sainz has won the race. Realistic. And Hamilton is going to cross the line in 5th.
So we have checkered flag now.
Thanks, Bono. George Russell is going to come home in
Let's keep pushing, guys. I believe in you.
7th. It's not
Well,
Bottas
we
up
believe
ahead,
in
is
you
it?
too.
No.
But we'll have a chat later.
It's two squabbling cars. I think that's gone quite well. Has the patch achieved what I think it achieved? Tyre performance, definitely better. AI movement and behaviour, not that better. Car balancing, that we'll have to see in the long term. I'll have to check that on the saves. Fuel delta, definitely better. Car behaviour, better. We haven't had a wet race because we're in the middle of the desert, so that will have to come in the future. Or no safety car either. So overall, I think the patch has done some things. It hasn't fixed others, but it's a start. So thank you all very much for watching this exploration of the patch, and I'm going to be continuing the Aston Martin game now that it should be a little more challenging. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Thank you and goodbye.